Hi everyone, it's Susie. Welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to Dragonfly Beez Resale. So, what I'm going to do today is show you some items that I had obtained recently from a vintage jewelry lot, as well as other pieces that I had gotten individually from other YouTube resellers. So, with that said, this will be a show and sell, and I'm going to begin with this one. The first item, as you can see, is a watch. It is copper tone, filled with these panels made up of multicolored, faceted rhinestones, as well as some enamel pieces in there that are designed to look like flowers. So, this one here is made by Geneva. It says Platinum Japan Movement. As you can tell, it's not moving. And unfortunately, I used to go to a watch repair shop. It was a little hole in the wall, ran by a very old gentleman. And recently I found out that that store closed, and I'm thinking maybe he's no longer. So I haven't found another watch repair person to go to in my neighborhood just yet. I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to replace watch batteries, because hopefully this watch only needs a new battery. So I'm not sure. This will be sold as is. On the back of it, you can tell it is like a gunmetal on the back, all hinged, different panels. It still has the sticker on it. Stainless steel back, Geneva Platinum Japanese movement. It has a fold-over clasp. So that's how it would be attached. So, you know what? I guess I should close it so I can measure it on the mandrel. So the clasp is very secure. Did you hear that snap? This is such a beautiful watch. So grabbing the bracelet mandrel, I'm going to say it falls down to, should I go to the end here? That's 7. The middle of it, that would be 6.5. I'm going to say it's a 7. So let me open it up once again so I can show you what it looks like. What it looks like on. That's really nice. So this one here, I'm going to use the numbering system. This item will be number 1. Next up, I have this really unique brooch. As you can see, it is a matte gold tone. It looks to have some wear. Let's turn it around. As you can see, it is quite nice. The pin is straight, has a rollover clasp. The pin juts out slightly, and there is a mark. And that mark says copyright AJC. So this is like a modernist piece, right? It looks like a woman sitting down, holding her knees. This here, let's see, measures in at about 3 inches high. And give or take, I would say almost 1.5 inches wide at the widest. So we have this brooch, and this item will be Item number 2. Next up, we have this brooch. It has faceted prong-set rhinestones in an amber tone and a peridot tone. It is on a gold tone setting. Looking at the back side, you can see there is a rollover clasp, and you can see the open rivets. This is quite an old brooch. It is glass. This one here, let's see, give or take 1.5 inches around. Very pretty. This one here will be number 3. The next item is a stick pin. This is, I'm gonna say lucite. As you can see, there's 2 pieces overlapping. There is how it is constructed on back. The pin does have some wear, and it doesn't have the cover. As you can see, there are some screws on the bottom. So you have this beautiful luster, like a beige tone with round rhinestones. Very Art Deco-ish feel to me. And this here would look very nice on a lapel or even a hat. And the height of it is almost, I'm going to say close to 3 inches, but not quite. So we have this here. And this will be, I'm really close. As you can see, look how big the number is. This is number 4. Next up, I have this gorgeous, beautiful check glass. I'm going to say this is a belt buckle or even a scarf holder where you can slip the scarf through. But the blue color is what got me. I adore this tone of blue. And let me bring you in close. Right there on the bar, you can see it says Czechoslovakia. And you can see the design. The only flaw I found on this buckle is on the back side. Right in the center. I believe there is it's almost like it got carved out. You see there? Right smack dab in the center. There is that flaw. Other than that, such a beautiful piece. So, like I said, you could use it with your scarves or wear it as a belt. I'm going to say it's about 2.25 inches around. And this one here will be item number 5. Next item is this beautiful lady. Open work. Very modernist, don't you think? She has a very short hairstyle, it seems, with the, I don't know, is that a hoop earring? She has a rhinestone eye. She has a little neckline that has a black triangular faceted rhinestone. Just unique in every which way. Turn her on the back, you can see the pin maybe slightly bowed. There is a rollover clasp, and it is signed right there on the top. JJ. So let us measure her and see how she's pretty tall. Let's see. I'm gonna say 3 and almost 3.5. And at the widest part, 2.25. We have this beautiful JJ brooch, and she will be item number 6. Next piece is, this is a Lee Sands. What is he, a tiger? A tiger pendant necklace. Let me tell you a bit about Lee Sands. It's a vintage costume jewelry brand. The trademark began over 40 years ago. It is by a Los Angeles-based jewelry designer. Lee Sands is his name, but he's also known as Lee Sandow. And he founded his company, Lee Sands Incorporated, and registered it back in 1980. But it closed in 2003, which means that's 21 years ago. But even prior to opening up Lee Sands Incorporated, he was creating jewelry long before that. He had a registered brand called Honolulu Puka Shell Exchange, and it was registered in Honolulu, Hawaii, and that was in 1975. So he never strayed far from making jewelry out of mother of pearl, coral, tiger's eye, you name it. And you may have seen his infamous animal pendant necklaces, such as this one. This is a tiger. A very well-known one is the lion with the mane. He also has turtles and zebras. I saw a leopard once made by him, as well as lots of flowers. Unfortunately, not every piece is signed. In fact, a lot of Lee Sands pendant necklaces are not, and this is one of them. This one here, I have to say, is in beautiful condition. It has an 8-inch drop, possibly from the 70s or 80s. I'm not sure. It has a hook closure, which has like a figure 8 fastener, so I guess you can place the hook in either hole. It's made up of these donuts as well as these, and then you have these components that are oval disc and the pendant. The pendant is about 3 inches wide and high. Really very nicely made. As you can see, the eyes are the mother of pearl. This is the back of it. It could use a nice scrub, but like I said, there is no signature. So we have him, which I feel is really sweet to add to your jewelry collection. He will be number 7. Next up, I have this beautiful vintage necklace. Look at this chain. There is a name for it, but offhand, I do not recall. But looking at it, there are like silver tone beads within. It has a beautiful flower. You press down on this hinge to release it. It's a box clasp shaped like a flower. And now if I could try to open it, I can't do anything with these nails. There you go. Very clean, very nice. I thought I saw a mark. So let me hook that back in. Okay. As you can see, I can't see well. I'm getting old. Okay. I did see a mark somewhere. I did. Huh. I thought it said Japan. Yes, it does. Okay, I wasn't seeing things. But if I could bring you in close, right there, it says Japan. And here you can see the chain close up. Now, let's bring you back out so I can measure this for you. The drop on this strand measures in at about 10 inches. So this is a 20-inch necklace with that beautiful floral box clasp. This here will be item number 8. Next piece. The brooches that came in this lot are really quite old. I believe I was told that the one I showed before, as well as this one, are possibly from the 40s and 50s. This one here is quite unusual. As you can see, I just unhooked the rollover clasp. It is made up of clear and black faceted prong set rhinestones, kind of like a flower. I don't know. Is it that way? No, I think it's this way. And the back side has the open rivets, tiny little pin. Let me connect that. It's a rollover clasp. There it is, nice and secure, unmarked. There you have it. It's kind of small, maybe 1.5 inches. Yeah, I would say 1.5 inches. So we have this one here, and this will be item number, oh, the glare is in, I don't want, okay. Item number, item number 9. Next up, I have these earrings. Very nice, ornate drop earrings that have these green bicone dangling bits on the bottom, which it each has 5. That type of closure. So these are for pierced ears. I'm going to say it measures in at about 2.5 inches long, and they are signed. If I turn them around, there's the back side, and you can see it says Avon. And there's another mark on this side, some initials. So we have this pair. Let me bring you in close. Very pretty Avon earrings. And these will be number 10. Next up, I have this pair, which I love. Gold tone, dangling. Look at them. You have strands of faux freshwater pearls. You have faux pearls. You have some acrylic beads and some glass. You also have some rondelles hanging off the center strand. Really sweet earrings that have a gold tone ear wire for pierced ears. We have this pair, really beautiful, and this will be number 11. Next up, I have this gorgeous pendant necklace, and The pendant is removable. As you can see, there's a lobster claw clasp on it, and it is a locket. Here you can see there's beautiful blue enamel flowers with AB coated tiny rhinestone centers. It has enameling on the leaves, and there's even a little dragonfly charm with purple wings hanging off of it. The back of it says "Forget Me Not." Not spelled K-N-O-T. As you can see, there's the hinge. It does open up, and there you can see it is an actual locket whereby you can place photos in there. But right now there are some floating silver tone star confetti inside. The chain is gorgeous. There are glass beads throughout, and these flat they're textured like tiny little links. But you do have even these blue rhinestones that are double-sided because they are bezeled. You also have bicones, and it keeps on going, and it ends with the lobster claw, and there is a jewelry tag, and the jewelry tag says Kurt's Folly. So this is a Kurt's Folly necklace. Let me grab the tape measure and tell you what the drop is on here, and talk about Kurt's Folly for a second, because that is also a New York City brand. The chain measures in at 28 inches. It's about a 14-inch drop up to here. As you can see, you do have a dangling glass bead, and then if you take this off, that bead remains. So we have this necklace, which is called the Forget Me Not, and let me talk to you about Kurt's Folly. They began in New York City in 1979. What they described as 1 part magic, 2 parts of hard work and determination by 2 sisters named Helen and Jennifer Cook. It started off with Helen's creation of what she called glitter sticks, which were essentially a pair of chopsticks made into hair ornaments, and they would be wrapped in embroidery thread and charms and shells, along with maybe prisms and beads. So that venture eventually landed them on a spot on QVC in 1992. So after creating and designing very whimsical jewelry pieces, QVC basically continued their journey over to London and Germany and Italy and even Japan. They closed in 2014, which was 10 years ago, after being in the business for 35 years. And the sisters weren't really ready for retirement, so they started up again, designing and manufacturing all over again. So you may still see them at times on QVC, and they do have a online presence where they have a website. Now, this particular locket, pendant, necklace, I found on eBay, and people were asking $95 to $125. On Etsy, it was a seller wanted $85, and I found it also on Mercari, and that seller listed it for $60. So I, of course, will offer it at a subscriber price, and if it doesn't sell, then I will place it on Etsy for higher. So this here, Kirk's Folly Forget Me Not heart-shaped locket pendant necklace will be number 12. Next in line, I have something from Avon. Ooh, you hear that? Came in the box, and there it is. Oh, that is the chain that is rattling around underneath. So here you see, let me take the whole thing out. It is a pendant necklace. Look at this box. There's no writing on it except for the words Avon in gold lettering on the top. So let's take a look at what we have here. We have a gold tone chain. We have a spring ring clasp. We have a cameo. So this is a faux cameo because just by looking at it, I could tell that is not shell. Very ornate frame. And the opposite side has this design, almost similar to a fleur-de-lis. So this can be worn either side. So let me, this is in really nice condition too. Let me measure the drop on this here, and it comes out to approximately 12 inches in drop. So the chain is 24 inches, and I guess I could measure the height of this pendant along with the bail. I would say it's about 2 inches high and an inch and a quarter wide. So it comes in the box. Avon pendant necklace number 13. Next up, I have this stretch bracelet. I love these kind of bands. It's similar to those vintage Speidel watch bands. As you can see, it is silver tone on the inside, and it is signed as well. Right there, there are some letters that say something. Oh gosh, let's see if I can bring you in. All right. Well, let me go get the magnifier. I'll be right back. Here you go. It says made in Japan. So this here, beautiful stretch bracelet. And look at these gorgeous, clear, faceted prong set rhinestones. Each one is there, and it just feels so good. So we have this one here, and you guessed it, number 14. Okay, the last item I think I will show for this part 1 is this beautiful gold tone mesh bracelet. As you can see, there is a fold over clasp. Here's the opposite side. There is some writing on the clasp. Let me connect that first, and then we can take a look. See. Okay. It is connected. There is some scratching right there. And if we look at the underside, there is some writing. And you know what? Now that I have it closed, let me measure it while I have it like so. and tell you that it is, I would say, 7 inches in circumference. Now let me open it back up again, and that way we can see what's written on the inside. And it says Napier, patent pending. So we have this beautiful vintage Napier mesh bracelet, very flexible, 7 inches in circumference, and this will be the last item in this show and sell, as well as item number 15. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as much as I enjoy filming them, part 2, I think I'll have another 15 items and continue from there, and that will post in a couple days on Tuesday. So if you enjoyed this content, this video, please give me that thumbs up. Subscribe. If you haven't already, there's a button right here. It's free to subscribe. And these prices are for my subscribers only. If it doesn't sell here, then they go on to my Etsy shop. What else? If there's anything you're interested in purchasing, all you need to do is email me. My email address is dragonflybeez@gmail.com. Purchasing instructions are at the end of the video. I also include them below, always in the description box. If anything sells, I will create the sold list, and it will be a pinned comment, meaning it will be the first comment that appears. If you would like me to hold anything, I always do so for anyone. So I hold them till the end of the week after my Tuesday videos is aired, and then I can invoice and ship. So with that said, any questions, email me. And until next time, I'll see you soon. Thank you everybody for watching. Bye.